Some seniors feel when they're a certain age, they can say whatever they want to whoever they want, and they really don't care. That's really not a good thing. I mean, sometimes when you say something, the person may bristle or not respond, but that doesn't mean it's a positive experience. You need to mind your tongue. I mean, I remember different things when I was a child that my grandmother would say to me, and she really shouldn't have. Age don't give you the right to be rude, to insult people, and sometimes you really need to keep your opinion to yourself or soften it and say it in a different way. And you really got to be careful about that. And I know a lot of seniors, I earned the right to say whatever I want to say to whoever I want to say it to. Yeah, you earned the right, but there's still consequences, and you really need to think about what you're saying, because just like it may not affect you, Big Mama, or whoever you are, it can be, it could have a serious impact on the other person and on your relationship with another person. I'm going to give you an example, just an example that happened to me. And this was really made me really think about it, because, again, when I approached this person and said what I did, I would never have thought there would have been repercussions or issues related to it. During the pandemic, we know a lot of us didn't see each other. We stayed away. We might have, not exercised as much or whatever, but, we had a different lifestyle, whatever that lifestyle was. And I ran into a lady, a business acquaintance, that I hadn't seen since the pandemic. Been a while. I mean, I seen her on Facebook. Seen pictures of, but not really paid attention to her. Well, we were in a meeting the other day, and she comes in, and again, I was a little bit kind of surprised to see her. Attractive young sister, nice, Well, over the pandemic, it appears as though she had put on some weight. She put on a lot of weight, okay? And me and one of my co-workers were talking, we kind of looked and said, a lot of her go. And we were thinking, yeah, okay. And we were thinking it. I thought it, and so did the other one. Now, big mouth me, I looked at it, after we got finished with the business part of it. I said, it's nice seeing you. You're looking rather prosperous these days. Yeah, you're kind of looking healthy and kind of, And she made a remark. Well, the pandemic, a lot of people gained a lot of weight. We weren't exercising, something to that effect. And I kind of let that go. I said, yeah, that's true. I said, and then she said also, a lot of it's depression and stress. So again, we're friends on Facebook. I mentioned, well, you do a lot of positive, you have all this positive motivational things that you put on Facebook. I kind of might have thought that maybe you would have been able to work some of this out, because you kind of seemed like you had it going on. Some people you meet, you just seem balanced and things like they had it going on. And I didn't think much of our conversation, although she did say, at least you can say I have pretty eyes or my hair looks nice. That should have been my key. But no, I didn't. And we kind of discussed, healthy eating, and me and my other coworker who happens to be a nurse, we kind of talked about it and stuff like that. And I really didn't think much of it, because it was a conversation, and clearly she had gained some pounds. I didn't think much about it. I've known this lady for, I would say, at least 10 years. So I didn't think much about it until the conversation went, and I left it alone. Didn't think about it. But again, as I said, we are Facebook friends. We talk. She puts these motivational things up on her storyline. I read it. I may put question of the day. She responds to question. That's basically some of the things we do on a daily basis. All of a sudden, I noticed recently, I don't see her motivational thing that she does every day. And she's not responding to any of my questions today, because she's usually one of the first ones. And as a matter of fact, I don't see anything about her. I said, could she possibly had gone and blocked, delete, whatever you do on Facebook, so people either can't see your story or you can't. She did something, Because again, every morning I saw this. And then I thought about it. Now, I didn't think really much of the conversation. She gained weight, and the conversation, we talked about it. Wasn't a long conversation, wasn't a long drawn out, it was a go. And I thought about it. I said, it was over for me. I was, went on to the next thing, And I said, obviously, when I knew I was blocked, I said that conversation, whatever my tongue had a deep impact on her. It impacted her. Either she was or hurt her so that she now does not want me to be part of whatever's going on in her world, whether her son's graduating, the thing of the day. She decided that I didn't need to be a part of it. Now, I don't know what it was based upon, my tongue saying that she was very prosperous and, something to that effect, or was it related to her doing the motivational speeches and all of this great stuff and not being able to follow it? I'm not sure what it was. Whatever it was something that I said to this woman that affected her enough that she felt like she needed to block me. And again, we're adults. I'm grown, she grown. Again, this was a woman who for all intents and purposes, was very beautiful, successful. I would have never imagined, but you don't know how people think. You don't know what they're going on. Because again, I would have never, somebody said, this is how this person is. Obviously, some people are more sensitive than what you think they are. Some people got things going on that you don't know what's going on. I did think about calling her and saying, what's up like that? You blocked me. And then I said, no, I'm not going to do that. If you want me to be blocked based upon the conversation that A, you're getting prosperous, which you are, okay? 2, you put motivational things in there that you're not following your own recipe, and all of these things had an impact, and you felt like you needed to block me. You're not the woman I think you are. But it also says to me, in a future conversation with people, I need to mind my tongue. And maybe I shouldn't have said you look prosperous. Maybe I should have said your hair looks pretty, your eyes look pretty, I love your nails, I love your jewelry. Because clearly she knew she gained weight. She can clearly see that she was not the same woman she was. But I don't know. But I still say that we need to reflect on that. We can't say age does not give you the right to insult and hurt people's feelings. You don't want your feelings hurt. And again, we all are different people. Obviously, I hurt this woman's feelings. And I've heard that before from other people who have talked to seniors, and seniors just mouth just that. Girl, you shouldn't have wore that. Look, you see, you look all kinds of stuff, that stuff. You look like going down the street with that short skirt. We got to, with age, there should be wisdom. And again, I learned this, that I was not very wise. Yes, I did not expect her to respond that way. I did not. But hindsight, I didn't need to say anything. I might not have needed to say she wasn't practicing what she's preaching. I would, I personally would have laughed it off, even if I was her age or whatever. But I, as the person, needed to be, what they call tact, being tactful, more emotional, what we call emotional intelligence. There's all these phrases out here that we need to kind of be, and I needed to be that. So I wanted to shoot that out to you and tell you, again, seniors does not give you the right for your tongue to just go and say whatever you want to say. And we need to educate that. We need to be better in our communication. We need to be more conscious of it, conscious of the people around her, because we are role models. And, your tongue could be a sword. It could be a double-edged sword. And we need to use it appropriately. It could be wonderful, but, again, or you can empower or you can take away. Obviously, whatever I said to this lady, I took away from relationship, and I treasured this relationship. I mean, I really respect this woman very highly and enjoyed the time together. And I'm really sorry that whatever I said or I was taking, she felt that way. But I learned the lesson. I learned the lesson that, girl, Arlene, you can't say this. And I need to tell everybody else. Sometimes It could be family members, it could be friends, it could be business relationships. Sometimes we can't always say what exactly is in our mind. We got to hold our tongue, we got to analyze, we got to do a little bit more. I needed to do better, and I just wanted to share this story with you because I know there's a lot of us with that tongue. I know a lot of us feel as though they could say that. And you would think I would learn this, with some people, but I don't know. We sometimes feel like we're older, we're given information that we're not necessarily criticizing, we're educated. I don't know what it is. I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, clearly, I probably shouldn't have said nothing because clearly she knew she was fat. But I didn't need to say that. And again, I now have lost a relationship based upon my tongue saying something that I did not need to say because it didn't add anything to the conversation at all. So, again, mind your tongue, process what you're saying, think about what you're saying, because you can really ruin a